Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. What requirements are to application development in IT, goals are to humans in life. A couple of days ago, I was talking to a very close friend of mine who is a very good author. He has not written any book as yet, but one of his skills, in addition to being a IT professional, is writing. He's very good at expressing his thoughts in precise, well documented, well written sentences, and he can convey a lot with a few words. And he has an aspiration of writing a book, and I was talking to him a couple of days asking him, how much progress he has made with his book, and he said not much. Now he has already listed the name of the chapters of his book, so he has a table of content. He knows how far he wants to go, what he wants to convey in this book. So he has made good progress, but he hasn't written the chapters as yet. And we were talking about how he can make progress and how he needs an accountability buddy. And I was telling him, now we both, being from the IT profession, from a corporate perspective, we're trying to draw parallels between IT and our goals. And I told him, what requirements are for application development, the same thing, the same analogy can be applied in life. And that is that goals are to humans in life, right? So if you need to build a great application that has great features, provides a lot of value, it could be a mobile app, it could be a banking app, it could be, an education application, whatever that is, you need to have very good requirements and a keen understanding of what the final consumer of that application will need. You have to anticipate some requirements, you have to document some requirements. It's basically the voice of the customer, which is if very well documented, can lead to an amazing application that can provide a lot of value and make a lot of money. Now, the same analogy applies in life. If you know of your goal, and if your goal is clear, there's a lot of clarity in your goal, and your goal is bound by a start date and an end date, then you will be able to achieve a lot in life. The better the clarity of your goal, the better the achievement in your lives, and the better life you'll be able to live, because you'll be able to make a lot of money if you can fulfill your goals and dreams. Now, it is very interesting to think about it this way, isn't it? Because in IT, we spend a lot of time talking to the clients, understanding what they need, what their pain points are, where the industry is headed, trying to draw parallels, trying to connect the dots and build a beautiful application. But when the same thing comes to our own lives, we fall short, isn't it? Something to think about, something to ponder, because isn't our life the most important thing? Forget about anybody else's life. I'm talking about you. You as a listener, your life, isn't your life important enough for you to find your goal, find your purpose, and fulfill the reason why you exist on this planet Earth? A few years ago, there was a movie released called 50 First Dates. Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. If you remember the movie, Drew Barrymore met with a car accident, and after that accident, she only had a memory that was short-lived, 24 hours. So every day she used to forget in the morning, what had happened the previous day, and she lived her life in 24-hour increments. Actually, there was a very popular neuropsychological case about this in 1957. There was a guy called as Henry M., born in 1926 in Connecticut, and he had a very severe case of epilepsy. It was so bad that he could not live and function properly. So at the age of 27, doctors did a lot of research, and they conducted a brain surgery, and they focused on that part of the brain that triggered his epilepsy. And they fixed that part of the brain. After the operation, it was successful. He didn't have too many seizures. It was much more manageable. He had no impact on his intelligence, but there was one side effect of the surgery. He had no short-term memory. So he could not remember what he had in lunch 30 minutes ago. He could not remember the way to the bathroom in his house. He could not remember the address of his house. Now, his parents had moved to a new house, and he could not remember the address or to get to that house and all that stuff, but he very vividly remembered his old house. Right now, it's a very sad case of short-term memory loss. Now, none of us want to go through this, having a short-term memory loss, because we all want to live our lives and function properly. But just imagine if we could forget, if we could have a short-term memory loss of our failures, of our mistakes, of our self-doubt, of some of the false beliefs and the limiting beliefs that we had, and we could forget them, wouldn't we be able to function properly and achieve a lot more in life? See, we hold on too long of the things that have happened in our life in the past, that we allow that burden to extrapolate or to predict how our future is going to be. And that is not the way any of us should measure the potential of what we can achieve. So John Maxwell, in his book 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth, talks about law of awareness in chapter 2. He says, to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. Right? I'll repeat it. To grow yourself, you need to know yourself. But in the same chapter, he also says you have to know who you are to grow your potential, but you have to grow in order to know who you are. Now think about this, right? You have to grow. So unless you stretch, unless you push the envelope, unless you push the boundaries, you will never know what you can achieve. If you get comfortable in the mediocrity of life, in the 5-day, 2-day lifestyle, in living a comfortable life, you will never be able to realize your true potential. You may be living a comfortable life in a good house with 2 cars, with beautiful, intelligent kids, with a beautiful wife, with a dog or a cat as a pet in your house, and you're living very comfortably. But circumstances or situations like COVID, within a snap of finger, can completely change that and create an upheaval of your life. But let's say that doesn't happen, right? You're living very comfortably. That comfortable life will come in your way of achieving your potential. Your comfortable life is the fact of your life. Your potential is your truth that you need to go, that we all need to go and chase and realize and find out for ourselves of how much can we achieve. And we will never be able to understand that unless we stretch ourselves. Right? So why am I making these points about the 51st Dates movie, about the short-term memory loss and the law of awareness? I'm making these points because all these things are connected to your goals and how well you can achieve your goals. The more clarity you have, the more short-term memory loss you can have about the mistakes that you made, about the self-doubt that you have about yourself, the better it will be for you to achieve what you want to achieve in life. The better you'll be able to realize your potential and realize your truth. Facts are not truth. Facts are facts. Someone's opinion about you may be a fact, but it is not your truth. Yes, you may not have achieved a lot in your life so far. Or yeah, you are a CEO of a great company and living under a lot of stress. Or you are a mid-level manager in a very good company and your job is safe. These are all facts, but they may not be the truth. For you to find your truth out, you have to explore, you have to stretch, you have to reach out, you have to seek help, and you have to explore. That is the only way to realize your potential. And to do that, you need to be aware of where you are. And you also need to be aware that you will never know your truth unless you grow. And to grow, you have to have a goal. You have to have a purpose to aspire for. That is the only thing that will fuel you to move forward, to gain momentum, and to achieve, and to help others who are looking for help from you. There are a lot of people on this planet Earth who are looking for your help. You just need to find them. You may not even know that you have a gift that you can provide to people. You got to find it. You got to find your goals. You got to find your purpose. I hope none of us feel comfortable in where we are, because we are the 1 to 2% crazy people. We are the entrepreneurs. We are the entrepreneurs. We want to do more in life. We are not satisfied with status quo. If that is you, think about this hard. Listen to this podcast again. Find out what your goal is. Add more clarity to it. Visualize, imagine, use your thoughts in your favor, and you will achieve. You will find your truth. You will be successful. It is only a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a question of when. And the only way to find that out is to take action, to move forward, to grow, to stretch yourself, to push yourself, to be aware of where you are today and where you want to go. I hope this helps. I hope this provided value to you. I hope this gave you the right questions to find answers for. And if it did provide value, share it with someone you believe would benefit from listening to this podcast. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.